We are coming to you live from our Auckland Park studios. This is Prime News on SABC 3. Here's what's dominating in your leads at this hour.
I have reached a point now, Chairman, where I have to go.
No, Chair, he's not going to leave. He's not going to leave. She's going to ask her questions. He's not going to leave. If he leaves here, he's walking out.
Paul O'Sullivan staged an abrupt walkout from the ad hoc committee investigating allegations raised by the KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner, Lieutenant General Matlala Mkhwanazi. Meanwhile, suspended Ekurhuleni HR boss Linda Qashega has denied allegations that she was part of a shield that protected the suspended EMPD Deputy Police Chief from accountability.
When the members are saying, we think you can do this job properly, why should I say no?
And ANC Deputy President Paul Mashatile says that he would not rule out running for president of the organization. Good evening and welcome to Prime News on SABC 3. My name is Beki Mutumomolete. Now tonight we bring you the stories that shape our destiny, from politics to business, innovation to culture and sports. We have it all for you. We invite you to stick with us as we get into your leads, and here they are. Proceedings at Parliament's ad hoc committee took an unexpected turn when private investigator Paul O'Sullivan abruptly left the inquiry before its conclusion, citing the need to catch a scheduled flight. His departure came as committee members were questioning him on the nature and operational structures of international crime syndicates, leaving MPs visibly frustrated by the sudden break in testimony. O'Sullivan's early exit drew sharp criticism across the committee, with several MPs describing the move as disrespectful to Parliament's authority and dismissive of the inquiry.
An international crime syndicate has many, many aspects, not just the availability of multiple passports. In South Africa today, you probably have at least 1 million people who have multiple passports. That doesn't make them all members of a crime syndicate. If General Khumalo wants to tailor evidence to point in that direction, let him also tailor the evidence showing what crimes it is I'm alleged to have committed. Because absolutely I have not been involved in any crime syndicates of any nature whatsoever. And that unfortunately is that, yeah, I have reached a point now, Chairman, where I have to go.
No, Chair, he's not going to leave. He's not going to leave. She's going to ask her questions. He's not going to leave. If he leaves here, he's walking out. He's not going to leave until you release him. He's walking out of Parliament.
Yes.
Chair, he cannot be allowed. He's doing the same thing with Patoi. You can't leave here. We are appearing before us.
Unfortunately, I made it clear.
We don't care about your flight.
Thank you.
You are not being released here. You must be arrested. We'll open a case now.
Pardon?
We'll open a case no. Now. This man must not be allowed to go out of this country.
I did not come here on a summons. I came here of my own free will, and I'm leaving of
I think that he can go.
Mr. O'Sullivan.
The question that I had for him is...
Mr. O'Sullivan.
He wanted...
Mr. O'Sullivan.
I told him. It's fine.
In related news, suspended Ekurhuleni HR boss Linda Qashega has denied allegations that she was part of a shield that protected the suspended EMPD Deputy Police Chief Commissioner Julius Mkhwanazi from accountability. Qashega, in her evidence-in-chief, instead shifts the blame to her accusers, alleging that they failed to act on Mkhwanazi. That is despite evidence suggesting that obstacles were formed in Ekurhuleni's top management, which effectively halted the disciplining of Julius Mkhwanazi amid a slew of allegations ranging from the Blue Light saga to murder.
Suspended Ekurhuleni Head of Human Resources, Linda Qashega, has denied interfering in the disciplinary process against Commissioner Julius Mkhwanazi for the Blue Light saga that allegedly saw the private vehicles of Vusimuzi Cat Matlala's security firm fitted with blue lights.
The issue of blue lights came to my attention came to the attention of the municipal officials based on the social media clips, video clips, that have been circulating at the time. I think it was around February 2023. I hope I'm correct with the dates. I emphasize that at this point, I was the acting HOD HR, and I didn't know Julius Mkhwanazi.
While Xashega testifies that she signed Julius Mkhwanazi's suspension, the Commission has heard that investigations were stalled and Julius Mkhwanazi was able to return to work after his suspension expired. Xashega, however, seems to shift the blame for that consequence to one of her accusers, Xolani Nxiza.
And therefore, he took a discretion that perhaps he should not discipline. He must wait for the arrest. 3 months is going. He doesn't discuss that with me or Dr. Mashal.
In addition, these sexual harassment and coercion allegations against suspended EMPD chief Isaac Mapieye reared its head again, as it appears that Xashega attached a medical report of the victim of an alleged sexual harassment and coercion to her statement, prompting the question of whether Xashega had the victim's consent in this regard.
When I went to present her item to Meral, I nearly shed a tear. And she needs to be protected. One thing I can assure you, every document that is here, she knows that is here.
The hearings continue. Kani Mapanga, SABC News, Pretoria.
Meanwhile, lawyers for Vusimuzi Cat Matlala's wife, Tsakani, and accused number 5, Ntabiseng Zama, want the charges against them to be dropped. The pair, together with Vusimuzi Matlala and others, face various charges including conspiring and attempting to murder socialite Tebogo Tobejane, businessman Joe Sibanyoni, and music producer Sienki DJ Fetis Mukubung. All 5 accused appeared in the High Court sitting in Johannesburg, where their case was postponed to next month.
Cat Matlala's wife, Tsakani Matlala, is accused of fraud and attempting to defeat the ends of justice. The state alleges that she arranged a false invoice from a funeral parlor in an attempt to conceal the reasons why money was paid to alleged gunmen who shot at Tebogo Tobejane's vehicle. It is alleged that her husband paid the gunmen for the failed assassination attempt. Tsakani's defense team wants charges against her dropped.
I also hold instructions in respect of accused number 4 to make representations on her matter.
Ntabiseng Nzama, on the other hand, is accused of money laundering. The state alleges that Cat Matlala, through his business account, deposited monies into Nzama's account to distribute to the alleged gunmen. Her attorney believes the state has a weak case against her client.
We believe that the prospects of success for the state's case are low in terms of accused number 5 specifically.
Annelien van der Heever, who is also representing Vusimuzi Matlala, argued in court that the state has not disclosed all the evidence.
Certain other documents that pertains to expert reports that normally are disclosed to the defense that we are entitled to, such as, for instance, the memory stick of the camera utilized at crime scenes, the LCRC documents. So these are what is requested by law of things that's normally disclosed in the course of criminal trials.
However, the state insists that it has not deliberately withheld evidence. The state has indicated that it will need time to go through the representations to have Tsakani and Nzama discharged from the case. All accused are expected back in court on March 18. Nerea Shakotsa, SABC News, Johannesburg.
We take a quick break, but when we return, we shine a light on the ANC Deputy President, who says that he would not rule out running for president of the organization. Do stay locked in. Welcome back from the break. We continue with this. President Cyril Ramaphosa has assured traditional and Khoisan leaders that farmers in rural areas will also benefit from the vaccines against the foot and mouth disease. He was delivering a keynote address at the opening of the National House of Traditional and Khoisan Leaders in Parliament. Last week, more than 1 million vaccines against the disease arrived in the country, and 5 million more are expected to arrive soon to vaccinate the national herd.
So be rest assured that this devastating disease that is engulfing the country is going to be properly addressed, and we will make sure that there is equity. We will also make sure that there is effectiveness so that in the end, no farmer in the rural areas is left behind.
ANC Deputy President Paul Mashatile says that he would not rule out running for president of the organization. Mashatile spoke with SABC News political editor Mzwandile Mbeje today in Johannesburg, touching on issues of service delivery, municipalities and internal ANC affairs.
Speaking in his capacity as Deputy President of the ANC, Mashatile says if asked to run for president of the organization, he would not decline. The party is set to hold their leadership conference next year, with Cyril Ramaphosa currently serving his final term.
When the members are saying, we think you can do this job properly, why should I say no to that? So I'm ready to be deployed in whatever position.
On coalition politics in KwaZulu-Natal, Mashatile says the ANC will not abandon its current partners to join forces with the MK party, despite the MKP's attempt to remove the provincial premier.
It's a matter we'll consider carefully because obviously we'll discuss it as leaders of the ANC, but I think we'll be guided more by principle rather than holding on to a government.
The Deputy President, who also chairs the National Water Crisis Committee, says work is underway to improve the water crisis, most recently seen in Gauteng, but has placed responsibility squarely on municipalities to ensure smooth service delivery.
I think the problem was that we left this to the municipalities for the longest of time, because in terms of the constitution, municipalities are the ones to supply water to communities, to households. We deal with bulk.
Yeah.
But we've now realized that some of municipalities don't have the capacity.
Zara Groenewald, SABC News, Johannesburg.
DA mayoral candidate in Johannesburg, Helen Zille, says that if her party emerges victorious in the upcoming local government elections, she will ensure that service delivery issues are a thing of the past. The DA leader welcomed new members from Action SA, whom she says will assist in ensuring that residents receive basic services including water and electricity.
A group presented as Action SA members was seen removing their Green Party regalia and receiving DA t-shirts from DA mayoral candidate Helen Zille in Soweto on Thursday. This comes as the DA has retained Ward 102 in the city of Johannesburg.
Our job now is not to play games at the City Hall. Our job now is to tell people across Johannesburg that if they want water, and if they want electricity, and if they want to fix their roads, and if they want more safety.
She dismissed allegations that she's a dictator, saying all party members are allowed to raise issues and have a say on the direction the party should take.
No one has ever left the DA because they disagree with me. Anybody here will tell you that if they disagree with me, including Matlala, they will tell me and I will listen.
A former Action SA PR councillor for Ward 48, Matlala, who is now a new DA member, stated his reasons for joining the DA.
This is the one organization that believes in hard work, transparency, it believes in the rule of law.
Political analyst Professor Peggy Mngomezulu has weighed in on the recruits.
Starts sending signals that it's divisive politics aimed at projecting the Action SA as a failing party before Helen Mashaba squares it up with Helen Zille.
Calvin Rudla, SABC News, Soweto, in Johannesburg.
Thank you for staying with us. The long-standing fraud case involving former executives of sugar giant Tongaat Hulett has been set down for the 10th of September for pre-trial in the Durban High Court. This comes at a precarious time for the 134-year-old company, which is currently teetering on the edge of liquidation.
Individuals including former Chief Executive Officer Peter Stoud and former Chief Financial Officer Murray Munro stand accused of orchestrating a massive fraud scheme between 2015 and 2018. The accused allegedly manipulated land sale agreements to inflate the company's profits by billions of rands. The seventh accused in the matter is Gavin Kruger, an auditor with the Deloitte firm. They are charged with contravening the Financial Markets Act, Companies Act, and the Prevention of Organised Crime Act. The fraud was unearthed through a forensic audit by PricewaterhouseCoopers, which revealed accounting irregularities. 2 weeks ago, the plan collapsed, and the business rescue practitioners filed for liquidation of the company, which is expected to be heard tomorrow. The company's liquidation will see thousands of jobs lost and the livelihoods of thousands of people threatened. For SABC News, I am Jade Paulser in Durban.
It is now time for us to take a look at your latest market snapshot, reflecting the day's trading activity as recorded at 7:30 this evening. It is now time for us to weather the day, one forecast at a time. Let's get the latest update from our experts who are standing by. The forecast is coming up next.
Very good evening to you. Let's take a look at all your weather details. We've got partly cloudy skies in the Western Cape this evening. Some isolated showers expected along the southern parts of that province, particularly along the coastline, while scattered rainfall is possible in parts of the Eastern Cape. Cloudy skies for the central parts and northeastern parts this evening. A chance of rainfall in Gauteng and the northern parts of South Africa, whilst we've got some scattered rainfall along the east coast of the Eastern Cape. Now head towards tomorrow. Friday sees some scattered rainfall in the forecast for the northwest province, Gauteng and Mpumalanga, stretching southwards in towards the KwaZulu-Natal area, while sunny conditions return to the western parts of South Africa now, including the Western Cape, where sunny skies are expected tomorrow and onshore winds up to about 20 kilometers an hour. On the lookout tonight, please be aware that potential severe thunderstorms are likely, and that's in the shade of yellow. And ahead towards tomorrow, we see an overnight temperature in Johannesburg of 16 degrees, Durban dropping down to 22, Gqeberha 17, Cape Town 14 overnight, warming up tomorrow to a sunny 24 degrees, mid-20s for the Eastern Cape along the coastline, whilst slightly warmer through the interior up to 28 in Nguba, while Bloemfontein warms up to 31 on Friday afternoon, Johannesburg up to 27 degrees. Ahead towards the middle of the weekend, cooler temperatures in the forecast for Mpumalanga, the Free State, as well as Gauteng and the northern parts of the northwest province. That's under scattered showers and cloud cover. It'll be warmer along the east coast with isolated showers in your forecast. Otherwise, warm and sunny to hot conditions expected through the northern parts of the Northern Cape. And ahead of a cold front, we do see some isolated showers and an increase in wind speed for Cape Town's forecast. That's it from me. Have a great evening ahead.
As we sign off for the night, we leave you with a promise of more to come. Thank you for tuning into Prime News on SABC3. We will see you again tomorrow. And until then, from myself, Becky, and the team, stay ahead. Good night.